The silent brain erosion. Most people believe that sleep is a passive state of recovery. They are wrong. Sleep is a high-intensity metabolic process. If you're sleeping 8 hours but waking up with cognitive fog, you are not resting. You are simply unconscious. Your brain is failing to execute its most critical maintenance protocol, the glymphatic power wash. When this system fails, your brain becomes a reservoir for metabolic waste, creating a state of type 3 diabetes or brain-specific insulin resistance. Today, we decode the precise mechanism between deep sleep and glucose clearance, and why your current nighttime routine is likely sabotaging your longevity. Before we deconstruct this biological process, ensure you are subscribed to Human Code and have notifications turned on. Our mission is to provide the 1% with the protocols necessary to master their biology. Join our community of high performers who refuse to accept mediocrity as a baseline. To understand why sleep is a metabolic crisis, we must look at the glymphatic system, discovered less than a decade ago. This is the brain's unique waste clearance pathway. During the day, your brain's neurons are packed tightly together. But during specific stages of deep sleep, your brain cells actually shrink by up to 60%. This shrinkage creates space for cerebrospinal fluid to rush in and wash away toxic proteins like beta-amyloid and tau, the same proteins linked to Alzheimer's and cognitive decline. Here is the hook. This wash only happens if your insulin levels are low. If you consume a high carbohydrate meal or a late night snack before bed, your insulin remains elevated. Elevated insulin is a growth signal. It prevents the shrinkage of brain cells. So consequently, the glymphatic system cannot activate. You may be unconscious for 8 hours, but your brain is essentially marinating in its own metabolic waste. But the danger goes deeper than just waste. There is a specific threshold of blood glucose that, if crossed, destroys your sleep architecture before you even close your eyes. Insulin resistance and sleep are a bi-directional trap. A single night of 4 hours of sleep has been shown in clinical studies to reduce insulin sensitivity by up to 40%. This is equivalent to aging your metabolic system by 10 years in a single night. When you are sleep deprived, your fat cells become deaf to insulin. They refuse to absorb glucose, leaving it to circulate in your bloodstream, where it damages your delicate vascular lining. This creates the midnight hunger loop. Because your cells cannot get energy due to insulin resistance, your brain signals for high-calorie, high-sugar foods the next day. You aren't lacking willpower. You are suffering from a biochemical glitch caused by a failed glymphatic cycle. If you don't break this loop, you're not just tired, you are accelerating toward prediabetes. But how do we force the brain back into its deep cleaning mode? The solution is not more sleep. It is biological timing. To trigger the glymphatic wash, you must implement the 3-2-1 protocol. This is non-negotiable for anyone seeking peak cognitive output. Stop eating 3 hours before bed. This ensures that insulin has returned to its baseline, allowing the brain cells to shrink and the cleaning fluid to flow. Stop working 2 hours before bed. You must shift the nervous system from sympathetic, the fight or flight mode, to parasympathetic. If your brain is still processing threats or tasks, it will prioritize alertness over deep cleaning. Stop all blue light exposure 1 hour before bed. Blue light suppresses melatonin, but more importantly, it signals the adrenals to keep cortisol high. Cortisol and melatonin are on a seesaw. If one is up, the other is down. Cortisol at night is a metabolic death sentence. Beyond timing, your environment must be a metabolic cave. Your body temperature must drop by approximately 1 to 2 degrees Celsius to initiate deep sleep. If your room is too warm, your heart rate remains elevated and your body stays in a state of high metabolic demand instead of repair. For a room temperature of 18 degrees Celsius or 65 degrees Fahrenheit, this physical cooling acts as a master switch for the glymphatic system. For those requiring an extra edge, The supplementation strategy must be precise. Avoid sleep aids that merely sedate you. Sedation is not sleep. Instead, focus on magnesium L-threonate. This is the only form of magnesium that effectively crosses the blood-brain barrier to increase synaptic plasticity and calm the nervous system. Combine this with 3 grams of glycine. Glycine is not just an amino acid. It serves 2 critical functions. It lowers your core body temperature and acts as an inhibitory neurotransmitter, silencing the mental noise that prevents deep stage transition. The final element of the protocol is the morning reset. The quality of your sleep tonight is determined by what you do in the first 10 minutes after waking up. Exposure to direct sunlight, not through a window, triggers the immediate suppression of melatonin and sets a biological timer for its release 16 hours later. This is the circadian anchor. Without this anchor, your brain's clock drifts, insulin sensitivity fluctuates, and the glymphatic system never knows when to turn on the power wash. You now have the framework to stop the silent erosion of your brain by controlling your glucose and mastering your sleep architecture. You are doing more for your longevity than any pharmaceutical could ever achieve. However, there is another silent thief of your energy. Even with perfect sleep, your body might be trapped in a cortisol spike as melting your muscle mass and storing fat around your organs while you work. We will break down the cortisol-muscle connection in our next session. Knowledge is only the baseline. Implementation is where the mastery begins. If this data provided value, subscribe to Human Code, activate the bell, and leave a comment below with your current sleep tracking metrics. We analyze the comments to determine which biological markers we decode next. True health is a result of precise execution. Your biology is a complex machine. Stop treating it like a mystery and start treating it like a code. The code is biological. The mastery is yours.